The Japanese automaker unveiled its new 2019 Subaru Forester at the New York International Auto Show. It's largely similar to previous Foresters, but there's one major upgrade: it now has a facial recognition feature. Okay, so it's not quite as sophisticated as the iPhone X's Face ID, which has a 1 million false acceptance rate and opens the phone like a password. But Subaru's driver focus software, which makes its global debut in the 2019 Forester, still has some cool perks. Don't forget your keys, though, because the feature won't open the car or start it for you. The so-called driver focus software uses infrared sensors to recognize who is driving and how they're feeling. You can introduce it to up to 5 people, and program in their preferences for seat positioning, mirrors, temperature, and even radio stations. So if you like to drive with the heat on while blasting classic rock, driver focus will set those things in place as soon as you turn on the car. If your husband wants the AC and country music, the car will recognize him and tailor the radio and air accordingly. While Apple promises there's a 1 in a million chance Face ID will confuse you for someone else, Subaru didn't reveal its accuracy rate. It also gives you a personal greeting when you get in, which is cute. Driver focus uses the same infrared technology to check if you're distracted or asleep. If it sees you looking away from the road for more than 3 seconds, it'll beep, and if it beeps several times with no response, the car will slow to a stop. Dominic Infante, Subaru's national manager of product communications, told, "Subaru has a really big focus on safety. This is the next thing we can do in terms of keeping drivers safe." While some luxury automakers, like Lexus and Cadillac, have released facial recognition systems, Infante noted driver focus is the only system you can get below $70,000. This car's price hasn't yet been revealed, but Foresters tend to range from $20,000 to $40,000. Infante said, "We're just more affordable." This isn't Subaru's first foray into sensory technology. The company's EyeSight system, also featured in the 2019 Forester, debuted in 2012. Its system included pre-collision braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane departure warnings. In an age where consumers expect their phones and speakers to recognize them, it's only natural that a car should be the next step.
Nissan Guam unveiled the 2018 version of the Nissan Leaf, an electric vehicle that has zero emissions and takes 40 minutes to fully charge. The 2018 model is the 7th generation Leaf electric vehicle, which can travel 150 miles when fully charged, as opposed to the 25 miles per gallon that fossil fuel cars use. Nissan sales consultant Timothy Hall said, "Prior to this year, you'd have to purchase a home charger, which costs $1,000 and another $400 to install it. Now, it's included in the vehicle and you don't have to do that." The electric car averages $24 to $28 per month on your electric bill as opposed to $4.22 per gallon at the gas station, he said. The latest model upgrades include moving the charge port location under the hood of the car, additional pedestrian alert sensors, V-motion grille, LED lights, moving the electric blue light signifying it's electric eco-friendly from the antenna to the front of the car, boomerang taillights, and a floating roof similar to that of the 2018 Nissan Murano. According to Hall, Nissan Guam has received 6 Leaf vehicles and 3 have already been purchased. The redesigned car ranges from $39,000 minus $44,000. The pedestrian alert is a new safety feature, which detects pedestrians and/or objects within 10 feet and 2 cars in front of the car through heat and a forward-facing camera. The car must be traveling between 6 miles per hour and 36 miles per hour for that feature to activate. Hal said, "If the driver does not take action, the vehicle will." The eco-friendly car also features adjustable cruise control that can manually change, depending on the distance that will be traveled. Lane interception allows the car to get back into the center of the lane through detecting the lane markers, and automatically applies brakes and centers the car. Hal said, "Should you have an accident, there's an automatic disconnect with the battery."
Like a protective parent, the 2019 Subaru Forester is watching you. The latest crossover SUV is not a helicopter parent, but it certainly blurs the line with a passel of new safety features that nearly steal the headline that this is, in fact, a brand new vehicle. The 2019 Forester won't stand out much from last year's model in the crowded parking lot, that's for sure. The 5-seat Forester, an all-new model riding on new underpinnings shared with the larger, 3-row Subaru Ascent, and its styling matches its big brother. Up front, the latest Forester is blocky and butch. From the side, the window line arcs upward as it moves rearward more than last year's model, a move that's hardly controversial. New taillights at the rear have an inorganic shape and less of the trendy in 2005 clear lens look. Range-topping Forester Touring trims have matte silver faux skid plates, but otherwise most trims are set apart by wheels that range from 17 to 18 inches in diameter. The Forester lineup starts in price-sensitive base configuration before working its way through mainstream premium, new, zippy-looking sport, leather-lined limited, and tech-packed touring trim levels. All share the same 2.5-liter flat-4 engine rated at 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque, fitted with an automatic stop-start system. A continuously variable transmission, CVT, is standard across the line. Last year's 6-speed manual has been shelved. On sport and touring trims, the CVT features paddle shifters, while all variants feature intelligent and sport modes. The Forester Sport goes a step further with a Sport Plus Minus because you can never have enough sport. Subaru says it's targeting 33 mpg on the highway, a 1 mpg improvement over last year's model and enough to tie the Honda CR-V as the thriftiest all-wheel drive compact crossover. Last year's optional Turbo 4 also bites the dust, signaling the end of the line for zippy Foresters. All-wheel drive is standard, it's a Subaru, after all. Forester Premium and higher trim levels feature an X-Mode button that activates hill descent control and modifies stability and traction control parameters for slippery off-road conditions. To that end, the latest Forester boasts 8.7 inches of ground clearance, a figure higher than many SUVs positioned as serious off-roaders. Despite its name, the Forester Sport is more about styling than performance. Its suspension mirrors that underneath other trim levels. Last year's Forester was roomy. This year's is roomier. The exceptionally wide tailgate opens to reveal a maximum of 76.1 cubic feet of cargo space with the 60/40 split folding rear seats folded flat. Subaru promises even more rear seat legroom than in the outgoing model thanks to a wheelbase that grows by about 2 inches. The 2019 Forester is among the first vehicles to include monitoring technology to keep distracted drivers in line. The Driver Focus System, as Subaru brands it, uses facial recognition tech to remember up to 5 drivers and their seat, audio, and climate control preferences. When a driver in the system's memory is detected, the Forester will automatically adjust those features to the driver's preferred settings. There's also a camera integrated into the rear-view mirror assembly on range-topping 2019 Forester Touring trim levels, monitors the driver to look for signs of drowsiness or otherwise distracted driving. If it detects a discrepancy between the driver's actions and the car's movement, it will sound an alert. It's a subtle, not quite firm reminder to stop texting and start driving, and it makes the popular Subaru crossover into even more of a coddling cocoon on wheels. The driver focus attention monitoring system is standard on Forester Touring trims, which also included a power-adjustable passenger seat, heated rear seats, and a heated steering wheel. All versions of the Forester included a touchscreen for infotainment and standard Apple CarPlay Android Auto compatibility. Forester base and premium trims come with a 6.5-inch unit, while sport and higher trims can be fitted with an 8.0-inch display. Navigation is optional, unlimited and standard on Touring. Subaru has also made its EyeSight suite of safety tech standard for 2018 automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and active lane control. Previously, the gear was optional on some trim levels. Subaru says that the 2019 Forester will go on sale in late 2018. No prices have been announced.